Hello children, I hope everybody are fine at home. Today I am going to teach you the lesson 7 Goldilocks and the 3 bears. See, here asking name two things you like to share with your friends. What do you like to share with your friends? Maybe your pen, pencil or toys, books. You can write down in the activity. Again, name two things that you do not like to share with your friends. What you don't like to share with your friends, food or clothes or what, you can write it. How do you feel when someone uses your things with your permission? Is it good or bad? Maybe it is good. I'll read the lesson again, I'll explain it. First, you can observe the lesson. I'll read first. You can also listen carefully. Again, you can read as like me. Goldilocks was a little girl. She lived in a village near a forest. One day she went for a walk in the forest. She saw a pretty house at some distance. Being a curious girl, she decided to meet the people living in the house. She knocked at the door. When no one answered, she walked right in. There was a round table in the kitchen, and on the table there were three bowls of porridge. Goldilocks was hungry. She tasted the porridge from the first bowl. It's too hot, she said. So she tasted the porridge from the second bowl. This porridge is too cold, said Goldilocks. Then she tasted the last bowl of porridge. Ha, this porridge is just right, she said happily and ate it all up. Now Goldilocks felt a little tired, so she walked in the living room. Her, Here she saw three chairs. Goldilocks sat on the first chair. This chair is too big, she said. She sat on the second chair. This chair is big too, she cried. So she sat in the small chair. Ha, this chair is just right, she said. Just as she sat on the chair, it broke into pieces. Goldilocks was very tired by this time, so she went to the bedroom. This one I'll read in next class. Okay, I'll explain it. Here, Goldilocks and the three bears. Already, you, I know children, everybody you know this story. Why? Because you are listened and you watched in the smart class. See what is this? Goldilocks and the three bears. Goldilocks is the one of the girl name and the three bears. Goldilocks was a little girl. Yes, she was very little girl. She lived in a village near the forest. She lived in one of the village. It is near to the forest. One day she went to walk for in the forest. So she went on the forest. She is getting very tired and she saw a pretty house. Pretty means it's a beautiful house in some distance. It's near to the forest. She saw one of the house. She have more curious. Curious means she interestly how to know that anythings like that. Curious means she have more interest to know that like that. So she decided to meet the people in the house, those who are living in that people. She liked to meet them. She knocked at the door. She can go into the near the house. She knocked, but no one answered that right at the time. But when she went inside the house, she saw a round table in the kitchen and three bowls on the dining table. So what is there in the bowls? There is a porridge. There is a porridge. What is this porridge? You can observe in the picture. See, it is some semi solid food. It's mixed with milk, sugar, and the oats. Okay, this is called the porridge. ನಮ್ಮ ಹಳ್ಳಿ ಕಡೆ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಗಂಜಿ ಅಂತೀವಲ್ವ, ಆ ರೀತಿ ಅಂತಾರೆ. So she getting more hungry, so she want to like to eat the porridge. It can used as breakfast. She tasted the porridge from the first bowl. There are three bowls. You can observe the picture. There are three bowls on the dining table. First one she's tasted. It's too hot. So that is a too hot. She said that it is too hot. So she tasted another one, another bowl. Even that is too cold. She said that it is too cold. After she tasted the last bowl of the porridge, this porridge is just right. So she liked that porridge. Happily, she ate all. Again, now she felt very tired at that time. Why? Because she walked from the our house into the forest. No, so she getting very tired. So she want to take some rest. So she went to the one of the room, that is living room. Living room means so where the people or the family members sitting in at one place and watching the television or talking with the guest. That room is called the living room. So she went to the living room and she sat one of the chair. There are three chairs. So she sat one of the chair. The chair is too big. She said the chair is the too big. Again she went to the another chair and she cried and said this is also too big. And again she went to the another chair. It is the small chair. This chair is just right. Like she said, after a little time, so it can broke into like a pieces. So Goldilocks was very tired, no? So she went to the bedroom to take the rest. So next class what will happen? We'll see in the next class, children.